Good day, everyone. Me llamo Rovelyn Medina Asio, BS Ed Math 1B. And this day, we will learn about multiplying radicals. I hope you enjoy and you have some learning in this video. Multiplying radicals is multiply the coefficient and then multiply the radicands and then simplify and remaining radicals so simply. So at this moment, multiplying and then simplify. Square root of 5 multiplied by square root of 35 is equal to 175. So we easy multiply 5 and 35 and copy the square root sign and then spread it. So the answer is 25 multiplied by 7 because and copy the square root sign is equal to 5 square root of 7 because 25 is divisible by 5 and you easy copy the 7 and the square root sign. Next example is 2 square root of 8 multiplied by 3 square root of 2. So we easy multiply 2 and 3. So 2 and 3 is equal to 6 and then 8 and 7 is equal to 56 and then copy the square root sign. So 6 square root of 56 is equal to 6 times 4 because 56 is divisible by 4 and then 14. So the answer is 6 times 4 because 4 is divisible by 2. So 4 is and 2 gihawa siya dito sa square root sign mong nahimo siya og 6 times 2 and then square root by 14. Ang 14 dili na nimo siya ma-spread it out kay wala may dili naman siya divisible by 2 and then 6 times 2 is equal to 12. So the answer is 12 squared by 14. Another example is 2 square root of 5 multiplied by 4 square root of 20. And 2 times 4 is equal to 8 and then 20 times 5 is equal to 100. So 8 is we easy copy 8 and then times 10 because 100 is divisible by 10 can be multiplied by 10. So 10 times 10 is equal to 100. So the square root sign will disappear and then 8 times 10 is equal to 80. Here is another example of multiplying radicals. So the quantity of square root of 5 to the power of 2. So we easy spread it out, which is negative square root of 5 times square root of 5 because square root of 5 to the power of 2 can be square root of 5 times square root of 2. So the answer is square root of 35 and then 25 is divisible by 5. So the square root sign will disappear and so the answer is 5. Another example is the quantity of square root of 7 to the power of 2. We easy spread it out, which is the square root of 7 times square root of 7 is equal to 49 because 7 times 7 is equal to 49 and then copy the square root sign and 49 is divisible by 7 so the answer is equal to 7. Another example is 8 square root of 8 to the power of 2. 8 times 8 is equal to 69. It's 64. Square root of 64 can be divisible by 8, so the answer is 8. And the easy one is the square root of x squared. Square root of x times square root of x is equal to square root x squared, so the answer is x. So it's so easy. We simply multiply and simplify the numbers by multiplying, and then if it is visible by another number, you easy get the answer. Let's move on to another one, which is dividing radicals. Dividing radicals is divide the coefficient, divide the radicands if possible, and rationalize the denominator so that no radical remains in the denominator. So easy. So here is the answer. That was easy. Square root of 56 all over the square root of 7. So 56 divided by 7 is equal to 8, and we easy copy the square root sign, which is square root of 8. So square root of 8, to get the answer is square root of 4 times 2. So 4 is divisible by 2, so 2 is go to the outside, and then copy the square root of 2 and get the 2 because 4 is divisible by 2. This cannot be divided, which leaves the radical in the denominator. We do not leave radicals in the denominator. So we need to realize by multiplying the factors by something so we can eliminate the radical in the denominator. So here is another example. Square root of 6 all over square root of 7. So in this case, we do not leave the radicals in the denominator. So we get that to leave the radicals in the denominator. So the square root of 6 all over 7 times the square root of 7 all over 7 is equal to, we simply multiply 6 times 7, which is 42, the square root of 42, all over the square root of 49. So square root of 42 is not divisible by any number, so we easily copy the square root of 42, and then it reminds me that we do not leave the radicals in the denominator, so that the square root of 49 is divisible by 7, so the answer is square root of 42 all over 7 because we do not leave the radicals. So 42 cannot be simplified, so we are finished. So another example, this cannot be divided, which leaves the radical in the denominator. Here is another example. Square root of 5 all over square root of 10 is equal to square root of 1 all over square root of 2, because 5 and 10 is equal to 5 divided 5 is equal to 1, and 10 divided 5 is equal to 2. So square root of 1 all over square root of 2 multiplied by square root of 2 all over square root of 2 is equal to square root of 2. We simply copy the square root of 2 and then cross multiply rather. We easy multiply 2 and 2 2 times 2, which is 2, and we never copy the square root sign. Another example is this: 3 all over negative 12. We easy copy 3 all over negative 12 because in this case we cannot leave the radical in the denominator. So 3 times 3 times square root of 3 all over square root of 3, and 3 times square root of 12 times square root of 3 minus all over square root of 3 is equal to 3 square root of 3 all over square root of 36. So we easy reduce the fraction. So 3 divided by 36 is equal to 6, and in this case we do not leave the radicals, so radicals will be disappear, and then 3 the square root of 3 we easy divided by 3 all over 6, which is square root of 3 is all over 2. So we finished discussing the multiply and divided by radicals. So here is the other example to simplify the multiply and divide radicals. So here is the same example. Another example is the square root of 6 to the power of third, so is equal to square root of x squared times x is equal to x to the square root of x. I hope you all understand what is I'm discussing for today's video. I hope you have learned and enjoy, and then you don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell to be updated in my next video. Goodbye.